Hi guys, it is me, and I just stopped in to say hey. And I just wanted to sit and talk with you guys for a few minutes, okay? You already know, as I say, it is a lot going on out here. However, right, you already know what we talk about here. We talk about real shit, real life issues, and the real importance of growing through those life issues. I didn't say going through, I said growing through those life issues, right? We know this channel is based on dealing with real matters of the hearts, real concerns, real issues that people run around wrestling with. Okay, we put this panel right here for that purpose so that we can be free from the madness. All right, so oh boy, I don't even really know where to start, but I want to say this. I'm coming on just to kind of touch base on a few things. As you know, there's different topics out here so far that we've discussed, and a lot of them are like daily conversation pieces. You know, it's always something in one of those topics that we will basically talk about throughout our days. However, you heard me say in the very beginning of this panel that communication is everything. It is the key to your anything in life. I'm talking career, finances, business, anything, happiness. I mean, your own survival depends on communicating and how well you do it. I hope you can agree to that. But my thing is this, folks. We also talked about, even traumas and things that we've been through in our lives that we brought into it. Can started in your child life and we brought it into our adult life. It came with us. It became energy in us, for whatever issue you may have dealt with. And if you did take the time to do the steps, then hopefully you are in a growth spurt right now. You're feeling a whole lot more balanced than you probably did before you started, hopefully. And if you did the steps and you are still utilizing those steps in your day to day, then you are truly growing. And that's where I'm standing today. It's time to grow, people, really. And my thing is this: what I was amazed me the most was as something hit my spirit to talk about this childhood trauma piece and how it actually can affect your adult life, right? And there were steps to it, 9 of them. But when you're doing it and you start off, you end up right into it. My thing was, I was noticing how, for some odd reason, a lot of people I was coming in contact with was actually working on dealing with traumatic events in their lives and facing certain um, or coming to an acceptance with certain things that they're battling with and things like that. And that's beautiful, whether it was depression or any other form of mental health, um, whatever the case was. Isolation and all those things are part of the depression. We got that. However, the thing that was blowing my mind was how I was looking at people and hearing them saying that they're working on certain things in their life, but I was also witnessing these people pointing at everyone and blaming everyone for what happened or what their behavior stems from. Unacceptable. That's totally unacceptable. Because if it's about growth, then growth means standing in the mirror, owning your stuff. I mean, all of it. Own your stuff and accept what you've done, said, did not do, should have done, however it is. Own it. And whatever happened as a child, I already made that clear back then. It is not your fault. If an adult did it to you or did not govern you, no, they didn't. But remember, people, it's not about beating up on anyone. Okay? Hurt people hurt people. And if you keep being a hurt person hurting people, how do you ever heal in life? So stop that. We're not going to go back and blame your mom, your dad, whoever, and beat them down with words and all that. No, you don't do that. That's not what it's about. One thing for certain, two things guaranteed: whatever you've experienced and you made it through, and you standing at a place now where you have acceptance of what it is, and you're facing that head on and trying to get the necessary help you need, then you're on the right track. But it's not for you to turn around and beat other people up with vicious words. Most importantly, you can't walk around blaming everyone for every action you take and behavior you display. It's unacceptable. Okay? If you have mental health, it does not give you the right to walk around and holler, I have mental health, so you get to curse people out or degrade. No, you can't do that. Okay? This is about healing. And it just blew my mind to see so many people not taking responsibility for anything you've done in your adult life. Like I said, if something stemmed from your childhood and it followed you and came with you into your adult life, you knew. If you can sit and tell someone why you're acting out because you this, you that, no, people don't pull your strings like that. And people have no power or control over you to have you to act a certain way. That's your free choice to do so. And what we need to know first is, as long as you keep pointing fingers, you still have those same three, your very own, pointing back. Excuse me, yes, the hands are ashy. I've been doing some things. But we can't do that. That's stunning your own growth, people. If you're going to sit back and point, where do you take any responsibility to play and look at the part that you played in anything? That's where the growth comes in. It doesn't have to be your fault as to how it started, but you always examine the part you played in it. When you see misery coming around the corner, you don't have to entertain it. You don't have to say, hey, misery, how are you? You don't have to say a word. Cover yourself in a prayer and walk the other way. It is your choice at that very moment how you respond to misery standing in your face. Do I entertain her today or him, or do I walk away? Your choice. Don't blame a person after you blow your top when you already knew what was coming through the door and you entertained it. You got out of character. You went too far. Now what? No, stop it. Own your stuff. And you know me. I'm trying not to, but I will go there. Your shit, if that makes more sense to you. But I am really fed up. We're looking at overgrown ass people walking around here blaming people for your own mess ups, your own mistakes, your own choices. Wherever they landed you, you came up with that plan when you woke up that morning to commit or do whatever the hell you done. Your choice. Now you blame everybody because you failed or you had a setback in life. That's your stuff. Own it. The only way to grow is to set yourself free. Biggie said you can't change the world until you change yourself, right? And God said, do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. It's on you either way. It's still a choice. But I'm real fed up with that right there. Stop blaming people for your shit. You walking around here numbers in 40s and 30s. Come on now. If you're 50 years old, still pointing, kicking, and screaming, girl, guy, you, people, grow the hell up. Enough is enough. And guess what, boo? I am not the only one that had trauma in my life. You're not the only one that had trauma in your life. We're not here to compare whose trauma is greater, so who gets to act out the most. That's not what we're going to do as a people. Okay? Own your stuff and just make amends to you. You don't have to even make amends to anyone. Make amends to yourself for playing the part, playing the victim too long, being on the pity pot, whatever the case may be. If you don't take a look at you and own your part, you're going to stay stagnated for a long time. And what does that mean? You're going to still be kicking, screaming, and acting out at the age of 7. That because you made it. It's not okay. and you're still standing and you're still breathing and you're still, it is for you to testify that I have been victim of this. You should be doing in that. That's, it's not about going back beating someone down and trying to hurt just because they hurt you. We gotta heal people. Lord have mercy. Actual experience. My goodness. If you can bottle it up, I guarantee you'll be stronger, better facing that. You guys, and I told you, I'm going to be explaining something like this. So please hear, this is another how they wear, see how long they last, and I treat mine. I only treat all of them with a coating of a protective coating on their earrings. And I have you and I'm going to let you know that the name right now, I've got to do a little more tweak to that. And once I do, you can go there and for themselves, because we like to do special things for ourselves. And outside, getting rid of the things that does not serve your spirit and letting in the things that does. And you'll be amazed at how peaceful and how proud of yourself you could be to know that you stayed out of the way. You was acting out, but you were here working on what you need to work